Welcome back to another video in our series. Go ahead and hit like, then subscribe. It's quicker than waiting for your turn at any German government office. Your support means a lot. Now, let's get started. Question number 181. What should you do in this situation? I pull up directly behind the blue vehicle. False. I allow the pedestrian to cross the road. True. Pedestrian safety is paramount. I wait this side of the pedestrian crossing until the blue vehicle has made the turn. True. Ensure safe passage for pedestrians. Question number 182. Why is it particularly important to adopt a defensive driving style when approaching pedestrian crossings? In order to avoid rear-end collisions. True. Defensive driving reduces collision risk. In order that vehicles following behind can overtake more easily. False. In order that pedestrians are not unduly alarmed. True. Consider pedestrian comfort and safety. Question number 183. You are driving in the left-hand lane of a two-lane one-way street. About 30 meters in front of you, a truck comes to a stop in the right-hand lane before a pedestrian crossing. What should you do? I give a warning signal and drive past the truck. False. I continue driving swiftly. False. I approach at a moderate speed. True. Reduced speed is necessary for safety. Question number 184. A cyclist wishes, without dismounting, to cross the road at a pedestrian crossing. What should you do? I only brake just short of the pedestrian crossing. False. Safety requires more caution. I allow the cyclist to cross the road. True. Give way to the cyclist. I sound my horn and continue driving without giving way to the cyclist. False. It's important to yield in this situation. Question number 185. In front of you is a pedestrian crossing, beyond which the traffic in your lane is backed up. What should you do? Wait on the pedestrian crossing to shorten the traffic jam. False. Keep crossings clear. Come to a stop before the pedestrian crossing to allow people to cross. True. Ensure the crossing remains unblocked. Wait on the pedestrian crossing if there is no one in sight. False. Avoid blocking the crossing. Question number 186. What is the right course of action? I take the turn before the oncoming pedestrian because only this one is required to wait. False. I wait because the two pedestrians have priority. True. Pedestrians have the right of way. I continue driving because the two pedestrians have to wait. False. Pedestrians should be allowed to cross safely. Question number 187. What is the right course of action now? Wait in the vehicle for the scene of the accident to be cleared. False. Due to the development of smoke, the site of the accident should not be approached any further. The tunnel must thus be left via the emergency exit. Leave the ignition key or transponder behind when leaving the vehicle. True. Facilitates emergency response if needed. Exit the tunnel via the emergency exit. True. Use emergency exits for safety. Question number 188. Under what emergency numbers can you call the police and the emergency services in Germany? 110. True. Number for the police. 112. True. Number for emergency services. 115. False. Not an emergency number. Question number 189. You are involved in an accident. What document must you present to the other person involved in the accident, if requested? The registration certificate Part I or the operating permit. True. Required documents in an accident. The liability insurance contract. False. insurance details, but not the contract itself. My driving license. True. Important to identify the driver. Question number 190. You are the first to arrive at the scene of the accident where there are injured people. You secure the scene of the accident and have gained an overview of the situation. What else do you have to do? Document the accident. False. Immediate priority is aid, not documentation. Deliver first aid to the injured. True. Provide necessary assistance. Notify the emergency services. True. Essential to call for professional help. Question number 191. You are involved in an accident in a car park with minor vehicle damage. Everyone agrees that the police do not need to be informed. What would be helpful for the claims process? Photographing the accident scene from various angles. True. Helps in documenting the situation. Exchanging necessary details with those involved. True. Essential for claims processing. Describing the accident cause in the report. True. A clear report aids in understanding the accident. Question number 192. Your vehicle damages someone else's parked car. The owner doesn't appear despite a reasonable wait. What now? Give your name and address to a witness. False. A witness is not needed in this scenario. Leave your name and address at the accident scene. True. Essential for the owner to contact you. Report the accident to the police. True. Legal requirement in such cases. Question number 193. First at an accident scene with injuries. What's your first action? Make the scene safe. True. Prevent further accidents and harm. Drive to a phone box to call rescue services. False. Use a mobile phone if possible. Check injury seriousness. False. Secure the scene first. Question number 194. How can you get help on an autobahn? Dial 112 or 110. True. Emergency numbers for immediate help. From autobahn service areas. True. Service areas can offer assistance. Use an emergency call box. True. Direct line for help on the autobahn. Question number 195. You notice an accident in a tunnel. What must you do? Inform emergency services via the SOS telephone. True. Vital for a quick response. Do not leave your vehicle. True. Safer inside your vehicle in a tunnel. Switch on the hazard warning lights. True. Alerts others to the hazard. Question number 196. You are involved in a traffic accident. What are you obliged to do? Inform the other persons involved that I was also involved in the accident. True. Necessary for responsibility and insurance purposes. Provide my name and address upon demand to those entitled to this information. True. Legal requirement for accident information exchange. Move promptly to the side of the roadway if damage is minor. True. Essential for traffic flow and safety. Question number 197. You have an accident on a rural road. How do you secure the scene of the accident site? I turn on my hazard lights immediately. True. Increases visibility and warns other drivers. I set up the warning triangle in a well-visible position about 100 meters from the scene of the accident. True. Essential for warning oncoming traffic. If necessary, I warn other vehicles by using hand signals, for example. True. Additional measure for safety. Question number 198. How can you tell the shortest way to the next emergency telephone on federal motorways? Black arrows on the delineators. True. Indicators for nearest emergency telephone. Direction markings on the guardrails. False. Not a standard method for indicating emergency telephones. Ground markings on the hard shoulder. False. Ground markings are not used for this purpose. Question number 199. What are you obliged to do if you are involved in a road traffic accident? Provide aid if anyone has been injured. True. Legal and moral obligation to assist. Stop and determine the consequences of the accident. True. Necessary to assess damage and assist. Secure the scene of the accident. True. Important for safety and investigation. Question number 200. A vehicle driver has slightly damaged another vehicle and unlawfully leaves the scene. What consequence could this have? An order to undergo a medical psychological examination. True. Potential legal consequence. A fine or imprisonment. True. Legal ramifications for hit and run. A withdrawal of the driving license or a driving ban. True. Possible penalties for such offences.